Now TPOT has had a lot of eliminations and there are 5 I can count on my hand. Well, there's 15 characters eliminated and there are some with really dumb eliminations. There are rules. Well, just one. I'm not including Teardrop since for one, I feel like her elimination was really done well, and 2, she got far in BFB anyway, so it's not unfair in any way possible. So there's all I'm gonna say. So anyways, Pi. Now I know Pi has been gone for like the entire season, but the sad thing is, they made her relevant the episode she lost in. TPOT 1 showed a lot for Pi and then she went. I can't put Lightning on here cause he was like nothing in most of the episodes. Pi had promise. They just decided to show it last minute instead and then have her team lose. But unlike the others on the list, where I can name someone going instead of them, I would say Lightning, but Lightning kind of did something in TPOT too, so there's that. But Pi shows some promise in TPOT, they just never showed it, and considering people like Gaty and Bracelety, characters that didn't do much in their respective seasons, Pi could. I mean, Bracelety already had some fans and all she did was praise Ice Cube. She helped once. So there's that. Pi should have done more in BFB. I legit think the writers didn't want to do nothing with her and that's why her team lost the first time, cause Black Hole kind of slowed their team down. He at least had TPOT 2 to show that he can be a great character and he's losing fans, so if he goes next, I wouldn't mind at the very least. Clock stems down from the fact he made Winner uncomfortable, which is fair, but that happened 4 episodes, and if TPOT episodes take place in our timeline and all that happened 8 months ago, Winner should be over it. They didn't even bother bringing it up in TPOT 4 and I can understand TPOT 5 and 6. We gotta use all the time to make Death Pact again, but in all honesty, I could understand with TPOT 5 and 6, but they could have brought it up in TPOT 4, and Clock, unlike everyone eliminated contestant, isn't in the area yet. Puffball and Coiny will be there soon. Clock is not since he's working in the kitchen. I hate how went. Clearly there's 2 options that could have went, Rocky and Ice Cube. But since Rocky goes after Clock, I got one option, Ice Cube. Ice Cube is irrelevant, and like I've said time and time again, she does more in BFDI than she does in TPOT. Even when she had her legs she did nothing, and I'm not gonna say Bottle cause Bottle just a character that was fine in TPOT 9 and at least she sometimes interacts with her team. Ice Cube feels distant from her team, plus unlike the other person in BFDIA, she literally is better in BFDIA than she is in TPOT. It feels weird. Ice Cube does nothing and people can't stand here saying Yellowface sucks when Ice Cube does nothing in TPOT. Anyways, moving on. I never really got Puffball's elimination, and I find it dumb. Sure, some people hated her for making Death Pact again, but that hate was temporary since it went away fast, but I never understood why she had to be the one to go. Unlike Fries, who has BFDI in the back, she's gone forever, and I hate how someone like TV, who does basically nothing really, now stays, or Pen, who exists does nothing. TV didn't do nothing, and just like Barf Bag and Bell, he has this underground fanbase of people keeping him in the game for no reason. At least Barf Bag provided some laughs, dying and literally turning into a zombie, and Bell yelling at her team is so bad. But TV does nothing. TV literally been in the background more, and you can't say Puffball has been nothing either. I would say TPOT 3 through 8 have done something with her in a way. Meanwhile, TV been relevant in 1 episode, and while he's more active in the team, he's nothing in the show now. Hate Pillow all you want, but at least you can't deny she does something. So between who I rather go instead of who went, I would just say TV or Pen, more leaning on TV since Pen at least has a personality they don't show, but TV kind there since TPOT 6, so there. Remote. Now Remote's elimination made me mad, cause the writers did little as possible for her character in TPOT 3 and 4. And she did a lot in TPOT 2 and a lot in BFB. But literally nothing in TPOT 3 and 4, but I feel like her rejoining will still happen considering Fries and Coiny have BFDI, so there's that. But Remote has no season and people can't say Lightning did more than her. Outside of TPOT 2 and maybe some parts of TPOT 5, He wasn't anything outside of his elimination, and I think at best he served a purpose, that being sparking up some conflict with Death Pact again. And if he rejoins, they would just have him in the background. If I had to choose who to go, it would just be Black Hole. The death preventing thing is something that costed his team in TPOT 4 and 6, and unlike Lightning, at least Lightning didn't make his team lose, so there's that. But Black Hole could have went. I'm sure their team would be better off without him, since they would probably lose less challenges, and I'm sure they would survive, which is funny consider he's the main problem. Remote, and I can never say she's bad, but there's one character I want to talk about who had a pretty dumb elimination. And that person is... Number 1 is Coiny. Or Coiny. This text-to-speech is gonna mention it weird somehow, but him. I know he's in BFDI, but there was still a clear option to go, barf bag. And before you say TPOT 9's challenge made her relevant, no it did not. And even if she went, the challenge would have still happened, just nothing would change if she went. And Coiny at least interacts with Pin. Barf bag for the life of me never interacts with Donut, or when she does, I fall asleep cause they somehow make them both interact in the most boring way possible. And I don't care if Coiny going gives 1,000 Zark about Pin and all that, since that means nothing in the long run. Barf bag is like TV. She's has ton of fans that will vote for her to stay in the game, and then she'll do nothing. And I think Coiny at least is cool, and his only real reason for going was the lack of screen time in TPOT 8. One episode. TPOT 2 through 7, he gets a lot of it. TPOT 8. He got barely it, and he's the one going. I'm sure Barf bag would be in danger or something if he got a ton of screen time, that being Coiny. But he didn't, and now he's gone, and I don't care if he has BFDIA. Barf bag has been trash as a season. Anyways, that's is all.